you curious on what the most important thing is in broadcast journalism? Do you think it's maybe the people, the skills that we have? No. Well, actually, it's the equipment we have. I know it sounds kind of silly, that why is equipment the most important thing? But without equipment, there'd be nothing at all. Broadcast journalism can only come to life with the equipment we have. And because of that, we need to take good care of our equipment, that way we can continue to have a great show. In our Eagle Eye News studio, we use 3 JVC cameras for interviews, Gertie, Walter, and Stuart. We also have 2 Blackmagic cameras that we will use when it comes time for filming the anchors. So you can take Gertie, Walter, or Stuart with you for an interview, once you get permission from Ms. Lazinski, of course. The camera bags are very important to keep clean, which is why I'm going to show you how to take care of them. So in a camera bag, you have a microphone, you have your wires, there's extra batteries, which we keep in the center compartment, along with little extra pieces. You also have this microphone, which should, when you're done with an interview, you should take and wrap the cord around this way, so that way it's ready to go back in the bag. You have headphones, that way you can do a check on the camera. All batteries belong in the center compartment. This is another charger, so I would put that by the batteries. You also have a light kit, that way in case it's too dark where you film, you can now put this on top of the camera and you should be able to turn it on. That way you can have extra light. And this is for the mics, and with this you put it on top of the camera. That way you can do a mic check and you just put this up and you turn it on to the frequency of the mic. Okay, so to put everything back, so the camera goes in this big part and you don't want to cram it in there. So your mics all should go in one part of this camera bag together. And it needs to stay neat, that way when somebody else takes it out, they can get to it and use it much faster. Okay. I would take your random wire and just set it in there. Your big microphone, I would put in there with it. Then the headphones, I would take the wires and wrap it around just so it can stay neat. And just kind of set these in wherever, because they don't 100% sit in any of the pockets. And that's how the wires in there. That's how the camera bag should look after every time you use it. Pretty cool, right? Now that you know how to take care of the camera bags, you also need to know how to do the mic checks. Mic checks are very important. That way you don't waste your time or the interviewee's time, because you do an interview and then the mics don't work. It sucks when that happens. So now the mic checks. In order to do a microphone check, you gotta have your camera, your microphone, a microphone box, and a pair of headsets. So the first thing I would do is turn the box on. And it comes up with a number, the number 16. That's very important. You then would plug your headsets in. And you gotta make sure the wire does not go in front of the camera lens. So the best ways to do that is to put the box on this way. That way the wire can't fall in front of the camera. The next thing I do is turn the microphone on. Once you do that, it also comes up with the number. This number needs to match this number, which is 16. It doesn't matter what the number is as long as they're matching. You're then going to put your microphone on the person you're interviewing, which you got to ask them kindly to have them put the wire underneath their shirt, and then you're going to clip the microphone near their mouth on the collar of their shirt. After that, you put the headphones on, and you're going to test this. So you're going to have them say what their age is, their name, spell it out, what year they are, and you're going to record it. And then you're going to play it back just to make sure it works. So in order to play it back on the camera, you're going to take this dial here on the side and lift it up, and it'll take you to media mode. And once you do that, it will give you the options to look at all the videos that you recently filmed. That way you can click on it and you can tell whether or not there's sound. At times it can be tricky to check whether or not there's sound, so don't be afraid to ask someone. Now that you know how to do mic checks, it's important to also know how to take care of the studio and how to work the equipment. That way you can help the anchors film anytime that they need.
So when you're testing the mic volume, you can see on the screen right here where it says, like, if I talk really loud, you can hear it go up higher. Or if I talk soft, it goes lower. So you can read how, like, where his voice is at from this bar right here. It goes up and down.
Now that you know how to set up the camera bag, do mic checks, and also set up the studio, you're now ready to help everyone with all of the problems and needs this year for Eagle Eye News. Good luck this year.